my grandpa.
Your grandpa? I bet you felt really sad when he passed away. How about you, Abdullah?
No.
Well, you know, I suppose this is the reality of life that we forget sometimes. We go on thinking that we're going to live forever, and we plan and think every day of things we can do and things we want to achieve, and then suddenly it hits us, you know, especially when we hear that someone close to us, like our friends or even our grandparents, pass away. You know, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said that we should be in this world as if we were travelers, like strangers. We shouldn't be attached to this world, because we should always remember that we are going to die. And that is the real test. Because once we die, Allah will hold us accountable for the time that we spent here. And if we've been good people, if we've been good Muslims, we will reach our final destination. You know, for example, have either of you traveled on an aeroplane before?
Yes.
How about you, Abdullah?
Yes.
So let's say you were traveling in an aeroplane, and you were traveling somewhere, and the place you were going to stay for an awful long time. So you had a choice. You could either travel in first class, get everything you want, but when you get there, you stay in the worst possible place ever. Would you choose that? Or you travel by airplane in economy class, which is really cramped and small. But when you get there to your destination, you stay in the best place. So which would you choose?
I would choose to stay in the best place when I arrive.
At your destination. And that's kind of like life is. You see, we go through tough times while we're here for the short time. We might be cramped and struggled and pushed and pulled in certain ways. But if we get through those tests with patience and prayer to Allah, when we reach our destination, that's when everything is just perfect. And that's when we will be happy for all of time. And I think that's the real test, because sometimes we don't think about death too much, and then we will be happy for eternity.
Can you please tell us more about your friend?
Well, my friend, his name was Mubin, and I've known him ever since we were 5 years old. And we grew up together, we went to school together, we had great times. I think one of the things that I always remember about him is that he was always very strong on the inside. He always stood up for what was right. And I always admired him for that. And another thing I always remembered him for was his smile. He always had the best of smiles. And talking about that, just as you were coming in, I was looking through my songbook, and I wrote a new song called I Remember Your Smile. And this is for my friend. Where there's a right, there is no wrong. I always thought we were so strong, but our time just flew right by. There wasn't a chance to say goodbye. I'm so confused. I feel all alone. Deep in my heart I know Allah has called you home. Oh, but yet your smile still lingers in my mind. And yet it's so hard, I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, our friendship always strong. Most of all, I remember your smile.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Brother Dawd.
Oh, Zain, my sad and struggling library pal. Oh, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Really sorry to hear the news. I came over as soon as I found out.
Yeah, I was really sad to hear it, you know. I've known him all my life. But Allahu alam, you know, Allah knows best, and, you know, it's something that we should all accept, that death is very much a part of life.
Yeah, but it's still hard for those of us who are left behind, that's for sure. And I know that Mubin was really important to you, so.
I was just telling Abdullah and Fatima how much I miss him and I think about him. And you know, out of all the things that I remember his smile the most.
Yeah, you know, I remember hearing you talk about him so much, and all the things you've done together and all the things he taught you. You know, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reported to have said something to the effect that whatever we do in this life to make the world a better place, whatever we do to teach others something good, it carries on after we pass away. Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave the example of a garden. That if you plant a garden and you grow trees and fruits, birds eat those fruits, or animals eat those foods, or people partake in that garden, even after you've passed away, you continue to get the blessings for that good deed that you did. You know, Mubin taught you so many things and shared so many memories with you. If you can remember to keep that spirit that he had alive in your own life and pass on all those things he taught you to other people, even his smile, well, then, God willing, he'll get that reward too.
Yeah, inshallah. And obviously I will remember him in my prayers every day. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives him for his sins and grants him Jannah, inshallah.
Ameen. Inshallah. You know, in these tough times, I think a lot about that song you wrote, Allah Knows. Because Allah knows exactly how you must be feeling right now, even if it's hard for us to really understand.
When you feel all alone in this world, and there's nobody to count your tears, just remember, no matter where you are, Allah knows. Allah knows.
When you're carrying a monster load, and you wonder how far you can go, with every step on the road that you take, Allah knows. Allah knows.
No matter what inside or out, there's one thing of which there's no doubt. Allah knows. Allah knows. And whatever lies in the heavens and the earth, every star in this whole universe, Allah knows. Allah knows.
When you find that special someone, feel your whole life has barely begun.
When you feel all alone in this world, and there's nobody to count your tears, just remember, no matter where you are, Allah knows. Allah knows.
When you're carrying a monster load, and you wonder how far you can go, with every step on the road that you take, Allah knows. Allah knows.
No matter what inside or out, there's one thing of which there's no doubt. Allah knows. Allah knows. And whatever lies in the heavens and the earth, every star in this whole universe, Allah knows. Allah knows.
When you find that special someone, feel your whole life has barely begun. You can walk on the moon, shout it to everyone. Allah knows.
Allah knows. When you gaze with love in your eyes, catch a glimpse of paradise, and you see your child take the first breath of life, Allah knows. Allah knows. No matter what inside or out, there's one thing of which there's no doubt. Allah knows. Allah knows. And whatever lies in the heavens and the earth, every star in this whole universe, Allah knows. Allah knows. When you lose someone close to your heart, see your whole world fall apart, and you try to go on, but it seems so hard. Allah knows. Allah knows.
See, we all have a path to choose.
Through the valleys and hills we go.
The ups and the downs, never fret, never frown. Allah knows.